Hello students, welcome to SDK Pathshala. Today we are going to discuss something about magnet. So have you seen the magnet? Yes. Where? In the pencil box. The lid is automatically closed or attracted towards something and it automatically close. Yes. So we see magnet in different places, like in the door of the fridge. So fridge door can automatically closed. Okay, and it can you can see the magnet in speaker. So magnet for magnet is a particular substance which attract iron, nickel, cobalt or this kind of substances. So at first in magnesia there is a particular substance, black colored rocky substance found, which have a feeble magnetism and that can attract some substances made up of iron. So that is the first discovery of magnet, and from there it named as magnet, and sometimes it is called as lodestone, and generally it is the magnetite. Okay, so this is the history about magnet. So there is natural magnet. Natural magnet means the magnet which found in nature. The lodestone or the magnetite is the natural magnet which is found in nature. Then artificial magnet. Nowadays we can create or we can produce different kind of magnet according to our need. So those magnets are known as artificial magnet, like the bar magnet. So bar magnet looks like this. So there is so it is look like a bar. So this is a bar magnet. Okay, and there are a needle magnet. You will find the needle magnet in the compass. Okay, and there is a U-shaped magnet. There is U-shaped magnet which is known as horseshoe magnet. Okay, there is a dumbbell shaped magnet. So these are the different kind of magnet or artificial magnet, those we can see or those we are using in different purposes. And there is a particular difference between a natural magnet and a artificial magnet. So in case of natural magnet, the magnetism, the magnetic power is very feeble. Feeble means very less. But in case of this kind of magnet, we can increase its magnetic power. So this is the particular or this is the very basic difference, that we can change the magnetism in case of an artificial magnet, but we can't change the magnetism in case of natural magnet. Okay, so this is about natural magnet and artificial magnet. Next, the properties of magnet. The magnet is having mostly or generally magnet is having two properties. Okay, one is known as attractive property. Attractive property. Another is known as directive property. Okay, so what is attractive property? There are so before going to attractive property, let us discuss about the magnetic substances and non-magnetic substances. The substance like iron, nickel, cobalt, etc., they all are attracted by the magnet. So the substances, those are attracted by the magnet and can be turned into a magnet, is known as magnetic substances. And the substances like copper, like gold, like wood, these are the substances, they doesn't attracted by the magnet, or you can't turn them into a magnet. So that's why they are known as non-magnetic substance. So in case of a magnetic substance, magnetic substances are attracted by the magnet. Okay, so what is attractive property? So here comes the attractive property. Magnets attracts the magnetic substance. When magnets are placed in front of a magnetic substance, suppose there is an iron nail, so when it is placed in front of a magnet, then the magnetic substance is attracted towards the magnet. This property is known as attractive property of the magnet. Okay, and as soon as it attracts, suppose it attracts an iron nail here. Now if you put another iron, so it becomes a particular magnet. Okay, temporary magnet. And if there is another iron nail, so the iron nail can stuck with this nail with like this. Okay, then another iron nail is there, so it stuck there. Okay, so they will get or they will become a temporary magnet. Okay, next, so these are the magnetic substances. Next, the directive property. What do you mean by directive property? Magnet have a particular characteristics by which when it allowed to rotate freely, then after few rotation it will orient along a particular direction where it shows the geometric north pole and the south pole. This property is known as directive property of the magnet. So whenever a magnet is hung freely means suppose there is a thread and with that thread you hung the magnet north and south, then after few rotation it will orient in north south direction and it will help you to find whether or which direction is north direction and which direction is the south direction. Okay, so this property of a magnet is known as directive property of the magnet. Next, remember one thing, magnet attracts or before discussing about that property or that thing, let us know about pole. What is pole? In case of bar magnet and or another type of magnet, there are two ends. Okay, so at the two ends where the magnetism is very strong is known as the poles of a magnet. Suppose this is north and this is south. So there are two poles of a magnet. One is north pole and another is south pole. One is north pole, another is south pole. Okay, so one is north pole and another is south pole. Next, the end points are known as the pole. So this is one pole, this is one pole, and the middle portion, and in the middle portion there is no attraction found. In the middle portion there is no attraction found. This portion is known as neutral zone. Neutral zone. Neutral zone. Okay, here you will not get any magnetism. So how will you prove it? If there are few iron fillings and if you put a magnet over there, then you will see all the iron fillings are attracted or joined at this portion and this portion. They are attracted towards this portion and no magnetic or very few these iron fillings found in this portion. So hence it proves that the most of the attraction found in the two ends, and these two ends are known as poles of a particular magnet. Okay, and this is known as the neutral zone, and the line joining the north pole and the south pole is known as the magnetic axis. Now let us know about geometric length. What do you mean by geometric length? So the total length of the magnet, the total length of the bar is known as the geometric length. So the total length, okay, this total length is the geometric length, and it is seen that the pole is not at the very end but just before the end. So suppose north is here and south pole is here, just before the end. So that's why this length between the north and the south is known as the magnetic length. Magnetic length. And remember one thing, magnetic length is equals to 86% of geometric length. Okay, now we need to know about Weber element. Okay, what is Weber element? Scientist Weber, it is a theory of scientist Weber that all the magnetic substance, and in case of a magnet there are some molecular magnet present on them, are known as Weber element. Those molecular magnets, suppose this is a big magnet. Okay, now in the molecular picture, suppose this is north, this is south, so there are number of small, very small molecular magnets are present in the magnet. Okay, so they are like this, they are oriented in a particular array. Okay, north south, north south, north south, north south, north south. Okay, so that's why this side is north and this side is south. So these are the molecules or small molecular elements are known as Weber element. So this is in case of a magnet where the north pole and the south pole of the molecular magnets are arranged in a particular direction. But in case of a magnetic substance, there are molecular magnet present, but they are not oriented like that. They are haphazardly oriented. Okay, they are haphazardly oriented. So north, south, north, south, north, south, north, south, north, south. Okay, so that's why this is, they are not a magnet. But whenever a magnet is placed in front of a magnetic substance, the magnetic substance, in that magnetic substance there is a tendency of developing magnetization. Okay, or magnetization develops, means the magnetic property develops. This is known as induction. So what is induction? Suppose there is a magnet and there is a non-magnetic substance. So in a non-magnetic substance the molecules are haphazardly placed like this. Okay, like this, north, south, north, south, north, south, north, south, like this. Okay, and in the magnet all the molecules are placed like this. Okay, so N, S, N, S, N, S, N, S, N, S, N, S. Okay, so this side is north, this side is south. Now if we bring the magnet closer to the magnetic substance, then what happens? Suppose the magnetic substance is come here. Now due to the attraction of the south, all the north pole will orient like this, north, south, all the magnet will orient like this. So due to the south pole, south will attract the north, so the attractive property. So here we will get to know that same pole repel each other and opposite pole attract each other. Okay, in a particular experiment we can show that same pole repel each other and opposite pole attract each other. What is that? Suppose if you hung a particular magnet, suppose this is north pole, this is south pole. Now if we bring another north pole, south pole over here, so you will see that it rotates and north pole will come to this direction. Okay, so why? Because south attracts the north pole and south repel the south pole. Okay, so remember that two same kind of pole repel each other and two opposite pole attracts each other. So due to the attraction of south, north pole will orient like this and south pole orient like that. So after the induction process completed, it will behaves like a magnet, so it will gain the magnetic property. So this is known as induction. Okay, so as there is no touch, but without touching, when a magnet is or magnetic substance is come in front of a magnet, then due to that magnet all the Weber elements orient in a particular array and it develops a magnetic property. So this is known as induction, magnetic induction, and after induction this side become north and this side becomes south. So south pole attracts north pole and this substance is attracted towards the magnet. So that is why we call that induction precede attraction, that induction happens first, then attraction occurs. Okay, so this is for today's class. On the next class we will discuss more about magnet. So if you have any kind of query, you can comment on the comment box, and if you like this video then press the like button, and if you not subscribe yet then do subscribe my channel for the upcoming videos, and press the bell icon so that you will get the new video whenever I upload the new one. Thank you, students.